According to a 2013 study, out of 100 million Filipinos, only 3.6 million of them have access to HMO plans. Meanwhile, 7.2 million Filipinos have access to other forms of health insurance, which means that there is a large gap of Filipinos who have no access to healthcare. You aren't actually competing against the other health providers over here. You're providing them with an aggregated platform. But is there anybody in that same space from abroad or locally who's doing the same thing?
Up to this date, there are no direct competitors that are selling to the same customers that we are targeting. So in that sense, we don't see any direct competition. However, we do see indirect competitors that operate other ancillary marketplaces. But again, I think for us, our focus is 100% understanding the needs of health insurance, what type of product we need to build. So at this moment, we don't see too much competition.
Are you building some sort of sustainable competitive advantage moving forward to make sure that nobody comes into that particular space that you guys are getting?
Yeah, so I think how we continue to build our competitive advantage is one, build the best marketplace, right? It takes time to onboard partners. It takes time to understand how to do this really well. So that's one key area of focus for us. The second area is best customer service experience. As we continue to onboard more products, we also need to support them. So as part of the automation process, we're actually integrating with our providers as well. So over the next year or so, next couple of years, as we continue to perfect and refine those areas, I think our objective is to be the #1 trusted health insurance marketplace for the Philippines.
Aiming to be the country's top health insurance marketplace is no walk in the park, especially when it comes to funding. When you had this germ of an idea for Maria Health, did you just bootstrap this one, or did you already start getting people to invest in your dream?
Yeah, the first step was really, like every startup, we start with friends and family round. So through our friends and family round, we were able to raise enough money to essentially launch our first minimal viable product.
And then after your initial investment of friends and family, where did you go next for financing?
The next step after that was we actually joined the final pitch. So
that's a reality show, right?
Yeah, so that was the Shark Tank for the Philippines. As a starter, we were always looking for creative ways to fundraise. And we felt that it was a great opportunity not only to share our story, our advocacy, but more importantly, connect to credible investors that have found success in the Philippines. So we were very lucky through the final pitch. We were able to close and raise our pre-seed round. Through closing, through the final pitch, we also were able to get the investment of Wavemaker. So we had a good blend between, I'd say, angel investors as well as institutional investors.
Okay, and how do you plan to move forward right now in terms of your investment?
So we're actually in the process of raising another round. I think that speaks to the opportunity and the excitement around the business and the product that we're building. We'll keep things confidential for now, but we're very excited about the investors that are joining and supporting our advocacy.
From being a health insurance aggregator, Maria Health is looking to use data and technology to further expand its business. Where do you plan to take Maria Health in the next 5 years?
I'd say the next 2 years, what it's looked like is really just, again, as a company, as a startup, you can only focus on a couple things that really matter. So one, again, best marketplace. So how do we continue to onboard existing partners? How do we use data to create new products? The second thing is continuing to double down on technology. In our first version of Maria Health, we're able to provide a service that works for 20,000 visitors a month. What we want to be able to do is continue to double down on our product to be able to service anyone who wants health insurance. And so we see that as a 1-year process, a 1 to 2 year process. And our 2-year goal is by 2020, we want to be the #1 trusted health insurance place where Filipinos shop for health insurance. Outside of that, when we started the company, we felt that we're not just a Philippines company and that we were actually a global company. So we are exploring other regions, other countries where we can take the same platform and apply it to other markets.
And we're the sort of the same developing country attributes that you find here in the Philippines as well, I'm guessing.
Exactly. Developing countries, emerging markets, rising middle class, people wanting health insurance, but not a lot of technology, not a lot of infrastructure. So by accelerating our Philippines playbook, it actually puts us in a great position to be able to go to other markets as well.
I get that, I get that. And finally, the most important question. At this point, with 10,000 customers on board, are you guys making money here at Maria Health?
We are absolutely making money. Our business model is quite simple. Every time we sell a health plan, we earn a transaction fee. I would say that building marketplaces aren't easy. The first year was really laying the foundation, getting the partners on board. 2017, our year two, was really about kind of scaling things up pragmatically. I would say in terms of break even, ROI positive, we expect to get there by next year. And by 2020, 2019, 2020, we'll be fully in the profitable zone.
Vince, again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show. Looking forward to having you guys as the #1 healthcare provider here in the Philippines and who knows, the rest of Southeast Asia.
All right, thank you.
Indeed, technology can be used to revolutionize healthcare. And with platforms like Maria Health, achieving cost-efficient, high-quality healthcare for all is now possible. I'm RJ Ledesma. Join me again next time for another Bright Idea.